Hi everybody, in this video I'm going to give you a quick overview of how to create a new multi-device hybrid app, preview the app in Ripple, and call out some interesting UI that you'll encounter along the way. So let's get started. First, launch Visual Studio and let's create a new project. There are two ways you have for creating a new project. You can click on the new project link from the start page, or you can go to File, New, and select the project item to bring up the new project dialog. So this dialog is where you go to create a project for any of the supported platforms and languages you currently have installed on your machine. What we're interested in building is a multi-device hybrid app. So let's go to the JavaScript node, and when you select JavaScript, you'll see a multi-device hybrid app category. Go ahead and select that, and you'll see that once you have selected multi-device hybrid app, you have the ability to create a blank application based on Apache Cordova. And before we go ahead and create the app, let's make one minor change. I want to change the name of my project from blank Cordova app1 to, let's just call it Hello World. Seems appropriate. And I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. So right now your project is being created. This takes a few moments. And once your project has been created, the first thing you will notice is that you have your start page. This page gives you a lot of helpful pointers on how to get started, along with links to our sample app, documentation, and ways to get more help if you're ever stuck. So I'm going to go ahead and close this page for now. And next, we're going to take a look at the UI known as the Solution Explorer. The Solution Explorer provides you with a top-down view of all the files, folders, and references your project is currently using. This structure is really based on what Cordova defines for multi-device hybrid projects. The merges folder, for example, is where you'd place all of your platform-specific content. The res folder is where you'd place your various content for your resources, and so on. We will cover the details of how this project is structured, in a later video. But for now, let's just open index.html. And once this file is opened, you'll see what basically looks like an empty file. For the most part, all you have here are just a bare minimum amount of markup and scripts needed to build a Cordova-based application. And you know what? Let's just preview what this app looks like in its current state. To preview your application, you're going to be spending a lot of time in the F5 debug toolbar area that I'm currently hovering over right now. You can preview across multiple platforms. You have Android, iOS, and various flavors of Windows. And depending on what you select here, your deploy targets will vary in this drop-down right here. Because I have Android selected, you can see that I can choose between a device, an Android emulator, or various popular devices simulated by Ripple. Let's just stick with Android for now, and let's change from the Nexus Galaxy to, let's say we want to preview on the Ripple-based Nexus S. I'm going to go ahead and select that, and now that I've done it, let me just hit the green play button to see what happens. So right now in the output area, you can see the application being built. And this takes a few seconds. And once my application is built, it launches. And because I chose a Ripple-based target, you now see that I'm currently previewing my application using the Nexus S configurations. And from within Ripple, I can go ahead and toggle some common device configurations. Like right now it's in portrait, I can toggle landscape, and I can preview other sorts of device capabilities very easily using the simulator that Ripple provides. So before we just wrap it up, let me make one minor change. Our project is called Hello World after all. So I went ahead and closed my browser. I'm back in Visual Studio, back at index.html. Let's go ahead and replace the text, hello, your application is ready, to just say Hello World. I'm going to make my change here, type in my new phrase, which is Hello World, and just to see what it looks like, I'm going to go ahead and hit deploy one more time. And now you'll see that once the page loads, same application as before, except this time the text Hello World appears. And as you can tell, it all works just fine. Sweet.